up that series. Kobe with 3 big shots late in that game. Brian Shaw with a tip in. But I think the big question right now, if you're the 76ers, can Mutombo stay on the floor and not foul out? With 5 fouls going against Shaq, they have got to keep him on the floor. They have no chance to win this game.
Bryant being played by Snow. Here's Kobe. Rebounded by Mutombo. And the Sixers find a way to get the basketball down on Iverson.
That's a great call. Can they free him for a shot?
Well, here's the shot from downtown. So he's missed his last 5. Tyronn Lue has been all over Allen Iverson. Perhaps the impersonating in practice of Iverson by Lue has paid off.
So you think he knows his moves, so when he does it, he's already got them.
Shot with single coverage and the score over Mutombo. The Lakers with a 2-point lead. 43 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Fox got a piece of it. Fox with the steal and calls timeout to save the possession. What a play by Rick Fox.
Well, the Lakers have G'd it up. They're taking away all passes. They're deflecting. They're not allowing the Sixers to run their offense. And if Iverson can't get the ball, they can't break the defense down. Mutombo with 5 fouls. He cannot commit the foul. Slow on the double team. Shaq with the rhythm. He has 43. And then the hustle by Rick Fox. This guy's been averaging about 2.5 steals throughout the playoffs. Loose ball. He wants it a little bit more than Aaron McKee there. Calls the timeout. Big possession. And you see the emotion of Rick Fox.
Close to a treble, but Rick getting the timeout. The Los Angeles Lakers lost a game. It was April the 1st here at Staples. They lost to the New York Knicks in the postseason. They have not only won 11 of 11, they have beaten their opponents by more than 15 points a game. They had not played a game since May the 27th. A long layoff after sweeping San Antonio. Did not look sharp at the start. The 76ers led by as many as 15. Lakers able to get back into it. And now in overtime with 3:49 remaining, the Lakers with the ball, and they lead at 96-94. Kobe Bryant off the spin, did not look coming, but he will take it. Kobe only 6 of 20, 13 points, but he's given his club a 4-point advantage. Iverson will be dreaming about Tyronn Lue tonight. Can't get the shot off. McKee, he has to give it up. Hill, a terrific defense by the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is championship defense right now. The 76ers cannot run a play. It's broken down now to just try to go one-on-one and get a shot. The Lakers are smothering them now.
Fox beating McKee off the dribble, finds O'Neal and a foul.
When you get in the lane, remember, Dikembe's going to be hesitant to come over because when he does, no one's there with Shaq. So a tough shot by Kobe. And then the next time down the floor, the defense once again. Look at Lue. He's forcing Iverson to catch the ball about 35 feet away from the basket. Every shot contested. Pump fake. It looked like he changed pivot feet. So terrific defense that time by the Lakers. Shaq back at the line.
And that is point number 44 to tie this season's playoff high for Shaquille. His career playoff high, 46. You look back, game 1 against the Pacers in the NBA Finals last season. 43 points, 19 rebounds. We're looking at 44 and 20 at this moment.
Well, what did Phil Jackson tell you yesterday? He wanted 50 from him. Well, he might need 50 for them to win.
Lakers now have a 5-point lead. Poked away by Oren. Hill thought he was fouled. And now an offensive foul against Robert Oren.
See, Robert Oren got that foul. I'll tell you why he got it. Because the possession before, when Dikembe had his elbows up, he put his fist in the air like he was very unhappy. The referees watched him the entire time down the floor and got him on a moving screen.
And that Knicks number 5, committed by Ori, who has been very significant in this overall superb team defensive play by the Lakers. It has become desperation time for the Sixers with just under 2.5 remaining in overtime. Raja Bell can't find the shot, and then to the scoop. Raja Bell with a gorgeous move to bring the Sixers within 3. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in overtime. Back up high to set the pick. Down to 6 on the 24. A tumble playing with 5. Here's Shot. Can't find the angle. Huge possession for the Sixers. Iverson goes and Lowe draws the foul. That would have counted.
That's the first time Iverson's gotten the open court in about the last 18 minutes. Raja Bell does a 360. Has no place to go. He's going to get called for a 3-second violation. He scoops it up there with his left hand. And then Allen Iverson finally gets some daylight here in the open court. This would have been a miraculous shot. More importantly, had he made that in the free throw, it would have tied the game. So with all that's gone on here, Marv, and the Lakers swarming defense, if Allen Iverson scores this free throw, it's only going to be a 1-point game. So Sixers still very much alive. Iverson now with only 5 points over the last, 30 minutes?
9 of 9 at the line. Now has 43 points. Pressure being shown by the Sixers as the Lakers take a timeout. 1:38 remaining in overtime. The Lakers 99, the Sixers 98. We'll be back in LA in a moment. The Lakers taking a timeout, and they used 8 seconds on the 24-second clock, so they have 2 seconds to get it over the midcourt line.
Well, this is where your assistant coaches have to be on top of this. They've got to throw the ball ahead. Otherwise, the 2 seconds goes away, and they lose the shot clock violation here. So the awareness of the Lakers to throw this ball ahead and get it across half court.
And they get it across the timeline. 1.5 remaining in this overtime. Here's Lou.
Bad shot there at that time in the game.
The 76ers with the ball down by 1. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson has given the Sixers a 101-99 lead.
See, Lou took the bad shot, fell out of the play. Nobody got to Iverson. He went ahead and took advantage. That's 5 points on the break now, the last 2 possessions for Iverson.
46 for Allen Iverson. Oh, that pass thrown by Fox off the mark. The Lakers contending it was deflected by the Sixers. The officials say no. Philadelphia ball with 1:05 remaining in OT.
This Sixer team will not go away. Well, it looked like they were just discombobulated offensively. They just keep fighting back.
7 unanswered for the 76ers. Iverson bothered by Lou. Iverson.
Yes. How about that?
And steps over Tyronn Lue.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
The Sixers by 4. 40 seconds left in overtime. Bryant played well by Bell. Very low, but able to convert.
Well, you're a coach, you're Larry Brown. You said if he misses that shot, we're going to win this game. Now you've got to score because the Lakers are going to get another possession.
76ers with the ball, and they have a 2-point lead. There is a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 3 on the 24. Oh, the runner by Eric Snow gives the Sixers a 105-101 lead. As you mentioned earlier, Doug, Eric Snow, a player who on a number of occasions has hit clutch shots down the stretch.
Allen Iverson, the courage of this young guy. He's been totally shut down. Gets out on the break, hits a 3 to give his team a 2-point lead, and then he steps back in the corner. Tyronn Lue all over it, steps back, the pullback jumper, buries it, and watch him step right over the top of Tyronn Lue, lets him know that 7 straight points. And Eric Snow, a running one-footer as the clock winds down to give the Sixers a 4-point lead.
In what has developed into one of the classic games in NBA Finals history, the 76ers have a 105-110 lead, 10.5 seconds remaining. In overtime, you see the Sixers do have a foul to give Friday night here on NBC, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We'll be back here at Staples to bring you Game 2 of the NBA Finals, Sixers and the Lakers. Game number 2. And Larry Brown telling his ball club to give that foul. The Lakers had a 99-94 lead with the ball with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in OT.
Well, if the Sixers go ahead to win, that shot by Raja Bell will really weigh heavy.
All right, here's Fox. Sixers do not foul. And now a loose ball foul with 4 4/10 seconds remaining. It's on Fox of the Lakers. They're over the limit. And the 76ers on their way to pulling off a stunner in Game 1 here at Staples. The Lakers coming in with 19 straight wins, 11 of 11 in the postseason, dismantling the San Antonio Spurs and going against a Sixer team that was taken to the limit by the Bucks, capping it off with that Game 7 victory on Sunday night.
Mark, the biggest question is going to be, how are the Lakers going to respond to this? They have been almost invincible. They have, like you said, waltzed through the playoffs. Nobody has been able to dent their psyche. Well, tonight, the Sixers come in, win this game on the road to steal the home court. And remember, they have 3 games, the middle games at home.
All right, here's Lou with time running out on the Lakers. That will count. The Philadelphia 76ers have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 1. Allen Iverson with some big buckets down the stretch after going quiet for quite some time in the second half, thanks to the excellent defensive job by the Lakers. But Iverson finished with 48, Shaquille O'Neal with 44, Kobe Bryant only 7 of 21 for 15 points. Let's go over to Lewis Johnson.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. These guys giving each other a hug. Allen, you have ended the 19-game winning streak by the Lakers. No one expected that to happen. You were hot early. You cooled off because of the defense from Tyronn Lue. How did you get it back?
It was holding me the whole time, and once he got on me, you know. But I mean, it's just, that's the way we are. You know, we play hard. We came in here, you know, expecting to win. You know, everybody already counted us out, and you know, we're not gonna act like we won it all right now, because we still have some more business ahead of us. You know, we're just gonna keep playing hard, and whatever happens, happens.
Since you have shocked everybody here, what do you take out of this game for Game 2?
We know we can win, you know, and we knew we can win before we came here. You know, everybody, you know, counted us out, like I said, but you know, they thought we were gonna get swept, you know, and that's like a slap in the face for everything that we worked for all year. And I'm just happy my teammates hung in there and we got this win.
Dikembe, you were in an unbelievable battle down low. How tough was it against Shaq tonight?
I think it was great. I think I did a great job all game. We just got hurt when I got in my 3rd foul, and the coach made a decision that I should come on the bench. You know, I cannot dispute that, but I just went to sit on the bench, let the rest of the guys play, and I came back and I did a great job and finished the game strong.
Tell me about the risk of staying on the floor with 5 fouls, especially with the game hanging in the balance there.
I don't know, for some reason, I always play good when I get my 5th foul, because I'm becoming more cautious about what I'm doing. Don't get an easy foul that will let us to lose the ball game. I knew that my presence on the floor was very important. I'm glad that I was able to stay there and help my team win this ball game.
All right, Dikembe, congratulations.
Thank you.
Marv?
All right, thank you, Lewis. Philadelphia, relentless tonight. They come back from 13 down early, 5 down in overtime. They led by as many as 15. Lakers get back into it, but the Sixers do it in OT as Allen Iverson hit for 48, Shaquille O'Neal 44 and 20 rebounds.